Hello students, today we will start a new chapter of chemistry, that is biomolecules. Basically, biomolecules are complex, lifeless molecules which build up living organisms and are required for their growth, maintenance and ability to reproduce. These form the basis of life. Some common examples are carbohydrates, protein, enzymes, nucleic acids, lipids, amino acids, fats, etc. These biomolecules interact with each other and constitute the molecular logic of life processes. And the branch of science which deals with the study of biomolecules and their role in living systems is called biochemistry. Now, let's start with carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the key source of energy used by living things. Carbohydrates are a class of naturally occurring organic compounds of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, in which carbon, hydrogen and oxygen always in a ratio of 1:2:1. In the earlier days, the carbohydrates were regarded as the hydrates of carbon. But this definition could not hold good in a number of compounds. But nowadays, carbohydrates are defined as optically active polyhydroxy aldehydes or polyhydroxy ketones, or the compounds which give such compound on hydrolysis. Some of the carbohydrates which are sweet in taste are called sugars. Therefore, the carbohydrates are also called as saccharides. The word saccharide comes from Greek word saccharine, which means sugar. Therefore, carbohydrates are called saccharide as they are generally sweet in taste. Now, let's move to the next part, that is classification of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are classified into the following three classes depending upon their behavior towards hydrolysis. And the first one is monosaccharide, second one is oligosaccharide, and the last one is polysaccharides. Monosaccharides. These are the simplest carbohydrates which can't be hydrolyzed to smaller molecules. Therefore, they represent the simplest single carbohydrate units. The common examples are ribose, glucose, fructose, etc. And the next one is oligosaccharides. These are the carbohydrates which give 2 to 10 monosaccharide molecules on hydrolysis. These are further classified as disaccharide, trisaccharide, tetrasaccharide, etc. depending on the number of monosaccharides units present in their molecule. For example, disaccharides. Carbohydrates which on hydrolysis give 2 molecules of same or different monosaccharides. For example, sucrose, lactose, maltose. All these have the molecular formula C12H22O11. Trisaccharides, carbohydrates which on hydrolysis give 3 molecules of same or different monosaccharides. For example, raffinose. And the next part is polysaccharides. These are the carbohydrates which are polymeric and can be hydrolyzed to give a large number of monosaccharide units. The common examples are cellulose, starch, glycogen, etc. These get hydrolyzed to give monosaccharides. Now, let's talk about monosaccharides. Monosaccharides, as I told to you, are the simplest carbohydrates which can't be hydrolyzed to smaller molecules. They contain 3 to 7 carbon atoms. There are about 20 monosaccharides which occur in nature. These are of two types, aldose and ketose. Aldose are the monosaccharides containing an aldehyde group, and aldehyde group is a monovalent group, and it is always present at one end of carbon chain, that is at C1 carbon. Ketones are the monosaccharides containing a keto group, and keto group is divalent. It can be present anywhere along the carbon chain. But in all the naturally occurring ketones, keto group is always present at a carbon atom next to terminal carbon, that is at C2 carbon. They are further classified as triose, tetrose, pentose, hexose, heptose, etc. depending upon the number of carbon atoms they contain. Therefore, while naming these monosaccharides, the prefix indicating the number of carbon atoms like tetra 4 carbon, penta 5, hexa 6 and hepta 7 carbon atom, etc. is incorporated in the term aldose or ketose. For example, an aldopentose means that it is an aldehydic carbohydrate containing 5 carbon atoms. Similarly, ketohexose means a ketone containing 6 carbon atoms. The common monosaccharides are aldotriose containing 3 carbon atom, aldotetrose 4 carbon atom, for example erythrose, thyrose, aldopentose, aldehydic carbohydrate containing 5 carbon atom, ribose, xylose, arbinose, aldohexose, aldehydic carbohydrate containing 6 carbon atom, glucose, galactose, mannose, etc. And there are some examples of ketones. For example, ketotriose, ketone containing 3 carbon atom, dihydroxyacetone, ketotetrose, and a carbohydrate containing keto group with 4 carbon atoms. For example, erythrulose, ketopentose, a ketone containing 5 carbon atom, ribulose and ketohexose, a ketone containing 6 carbon atom, for example fructose. Okay, and students, in general, monosaccharides and oligosaccharides are crystalline solids, soluble in water and sweet in taste. Therefore, these are collectively called sugars. And polysaccharides are amorphous, insoluble in water and tasteless, and they are therefore known as non-sugars. Okay students, thank you.